I don't know whether we can even do it for this
amount of money. Yeah.
It's just such a high risk. I've just been speaking to the insurance company about can we actually insure a ship which is 107 years old.
2 days after we got married, Carla suggested we sell everything, buy a boat and set sail. A year later we did just that. In the Canaries we picked up our naked sailor, Dobby. This is our adventure.
Our journey has taken us through France and on to Belgium. We arrived in the town of Garatsbergen, where we would look at the first barge. Could this be our new home?
So we're going to have a look at the boat now.
We are.
We had a quick look yesterday, didn't we?
Scary, isn't it?
Very scary. It's quite a big job, really.
Yes.
And
it all sounds like a really good idea. Oh, buy a barge and renovate it, but when you actually look at the absolute size of it, therefore the actual amount of work involved is tremendous. I must admit, it's a bit of a scary thought, really.
Yeah, and it is in a bit of worse condition than we thought, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of like we thought it was sort of nearly finished, and it isn't really.
No.
And in fact, a lot of what's there needs to be taken out and, started again.
Yeah.
To do a better job, basically. So.
And the guy is very ill, so he's not really looking after the boat, and everything is a mess inside. So that doesn't help too, does it?
No. It's a bit grubby, to say the least.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're thinking about buying this barge. There's a couple of reasons why this barge, and one is that it's 4.62 meters wide. So by my calculations, we can get it up to Oxford on the Thames River, getting it through the locks. So it's around about 15 feet. I think the narrowest lock up to that point is 15'6", so it would go in. It's 24 meters plus a bit long, which is probably around about the right size. Yeah, that's a good reason. So those are the two reasons why we're thinking about buying it. Really. Oh, and it's available because whenever you go look at buying a boat,
it's very difficult.
It's very difficult because you go, oh look, there's a perfect boat, but it's not the right time.
Yeah.
I mean, some guys just approached me yesterday. I had 2 people this week come to me to say, I want to buy your boat. I've got the money now. I'm in the right place to move. And we sold it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So there's an awful lot to do with this barge.
A lot.
It is so much work to do.
Yeah.
It's quite frightening.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of think of it a little bit like doing a house or something like that. And you buy a house which is a wreck, and then you actually sort of totally refurbish it. So if we go down this, if Dobby will be quiet.
That's me again pausing the video to give you time to subscribe to our channel. 70% of you guys are watching the videos without subscribing. Please help us to produce these free videos for you. Have you done it? Lovely. Let's continue the show. Thank you, everyone.
So what we've done is we've put some figures together based on us doing nearly every single thing we possibly can ourselves. So we're going to put a whole new superstructure on the boat for the pilot house and that whole area there and the back cabin area. That's all going to go for the chop, and we're going to put a whole new top on it. And so we're going to allow 20,000 for that. These are British pounds, by the way. When we get to the end of it, painting the boat, 3,000, and that includes doing it ourselves. Lifting her and putting her back in the water, 2,000. Plating, because there's 2 spots on the hull that need to have some new steel put on them. They don't need it at the moment, they're fine, but apparently, so I'm told, once you get down to 3mm, that's when you need it, and they're around about 2.6. So you've probably got about another 10 years life left in them. So we're allowing 4,000. Putting a bow thruster in, it doesn't have a bow thruster, 5,000. Electrics, including solar and lithium batteries, 15,000. Heating, we'd like to do something which is environmentally friendly, for example, air heat source pump or something like that. I don't know exactly. Otherwise it'll have to be diesel or propane, and we're putting 10,000 in. New rib with a new outboard, 4,000. Windows for the pilot house, which will be double glazed aluminium, 6,000. Hot tub, 2,000. That's an essential. Kitchen units, hob and oven and that sort of thing, 4,000. 3 bathrooms. These are fittings. These aren't the actual sort of building of it. The actual fittings of it. Bathroom, 3,000. And internal partitioning and wall coverings and stuff like that, 20,000, and that takes us to 98,000, which we kind of said 100,000.
Yes.
And then we probably leave another 20,000 of contingency, overblast, so to speak. But that means to say, if we paid the asking price, the boat would be 200,000. It would cost us. And our aim really is to get this boat to double in value from what it's cost. This is part of our strategy. So we're actually looking for a resale value of this boat of 400,000. I don't know whether that's achievable. I don't know whether we can even do it for this
amount of money. Yeah.
It's just such a high risk. I've just been speaking to the insurance company about, can we actually insure a ship which is 107 years old and you know, as it is it insurable? Can we get insurance to take it across the English Channel? And she didn't know the answer to the question. If I was talking about a yacht, she would have known the answers to the questions, but she didn't know. They do cover them. So that's another issue. So we don't quite know what to do, whether we're going to go and buy it now or not. There's another good reason for buying it, is that we can leave a lot of boxes here in storage. We can come back in 5 weeks and we've got a home, because we haven't got a home.
No.
And if we don't buy a boat for, say, 3 months, and we're having to stay in accommodation,
that's going to cost us a fortune.
A lot of money. It's going to cost us at least 10,000. So you could almost write £10,000 off the purchase price of the boat. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and we want somewhere to live.
Yeah.
We don't want to be staying in B&Bs.
I can't do living, you know, outside of my comfort. Even knowing that is not going to be Dobby, that's not going to be looks like home, but at least I can make it a bit more comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it's horrendous.
It's horrendous at the moment, but he will take his stuff out, and then I have to give a good clean, and then try to put our things in. Yeah. And then at least I can cook. I can't do eating out anymore. It really, really upsets me. I have to cook my food. So
But it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, and it costs a lot
dinner
of money.
last night was €50.
Yeah.
You know, it's far more expensive up here in Belgium than down in Spain and Portugal.
Yeah.
Portugal is so cheap in comparison.
Even in the UK, I mean, we just had lunch. Like I had a soup, and Simon had a terrible
chicken thing.
And it was €30.
Yeah.
It's very expensive for what it was.
Yeah, it's very expensive, but it's not a problem to spend €100 a day on eating.
Yeah.
Well, we spent €15 on breakfast.
Yes.
You know, so you add it all up, and all of a sudden you can be spending €700 a week on eating. Well, if you do that for 3 months, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. No, we can't do that.
We can't do that.
We can't afford to do that. No. So yeah, we're gonna have to make a decision very quickly.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's no question that we could get third-party cover on the boat. So you know, if we damage anybody else's boat, we're fine. And I'm sure it can be insured. It's just what happens if you're not allowed to skipper it because it's over 24 meters.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
Nor do I.
It's always this when you go into a new project. It's always this.
Yeah, the project
risk.
itself doesn't really scare me. I mean, it's a big project and it's going to take a year.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And we're gonna need all your help, guys.
Yeah,
anyone who has skills, you know, can come and help us.
Yeah.
You know, a bit of electrician here, plumbing or welding, anything. If you have a bit of time left, just come and help us. We'll find a way, you know, to make things work. Or if you have your second-hand tools that you don't use anymore, you can send it to us because we're gonna need all of them, isn't it?
We're going to need everything.
Yeah. So.
But initially, the thing is to get it back to the UK.
Yes, that's the
find
first.
somewhere, a yard to keep it in.
Yeah.
Which isn't overly expensive.
Yeah.
And basically, then we can get down to doing the structural work.
Yeah.
And then we can get down to doing the interior.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. Well, we'll ponder for another minute or two.
Yeah.
We decided to sleep on our decision. In the meantime, we went for a walk in the square of the town we were staying in, Oostenrad, a few miles from the boat. The next morning, we returned to make an offer.
Okay, so it's not going to happen. Not with this one.
No, he's very nice about it, but the fact is he wants his 80,000.
Yeah, and we think 80,000 is too much for all the work it has to be done.
Is that 80,000 euros or 80,000 pounds?
Euros.
Euros.
I don't know now.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know now.
But it's too much money.
Yeah, because it really needs, everything needs to take it apart inside and cut, and you know, all the work needs to be done. But no, I think starting at 80,000 is a bit too high.
Yeah, I think so.